Hello everyone, my name is Okyere-Darko from the Awake Africa Ghana mission. Today I want us to look at the Founders Day that has raised many opinions. Many people are speaking against it. Many people also speak in favor of it. Some consider it from the political angle. But from the Awake Africa, a Pan-Africanist group, people who are championing patriotism and the way forward, how do we also see the Founders Day, which is the 4th August? Before we can consider whether it is a day to be celebrated or not, we'll first of all have to look at the history behind this 4th August. The 4th August was a day that a number of patriots came together to found a united political party to fight for self-governance, independence for this country, which was then called Gold Coast. Many people were fighting for independence, but the British said they were not going to hand over to any of these people because we were not united. There were the Asante youth, there were the Gang, there were the Fanti, various ethnic groups who wanted their independence from colonial rule. So there came a time that Power Grant had to mobilize a number of people, and these people came together to found the United Gold Coast Convention on 4th August. So that is how come we came to have this political party. So this party became a united front for the colony, the people of Gold Coast, to seek for our political independence from the British. Now, how important is this day? To me, this day is very important because it was on this day that our leaders officially revealed that ancient Ghana was the ancestral root of today's Ghana, hence our name. And now let me make a quote from J.B. Dankwa in his inaugural address on the 4th August 1947. This is what J.B. Dankwa said. So we have from all the corners of this country come to Saltpond today for a specific purpose, for a decision. We left our homes in Ghana and came down here to build for ourselves a new home. But there's one thing we brought with us from ancient Ghana. We brought with us ancient freedom. Today, the safety of that freedom is threatened, has been continuously threatened for 100 years, since the bond of 1844, and the time has come for a decision. Now, the bond of 1844 is what the British claim had given them the authorization to colonize us. And J.B. Dankwa is saying that we migrated from ancient Ghana Empire, and that is why we are today called Ghana. So when we are celebrating a day like 4th August, it reminds us of our ancestral root, Ghana. So if you are a Ghanaian today, it is because of 4th August that our leaders decided that that would be the name for us when self-governance is achieved. Previously, we were called Gold Coast. Another thing I want us to consider is that the day began the quest for self-governance officially. When J.B. Dankwa said, we have come to make a decision, they were launching out a campaign to mobilize the people of the then Gold Coast to kick these Europeans away from us. So that makes the day very, very significant. Another thing also that makes the day very significant is that our founding fathers at that time had a vision, and the vision was to build a new Ghana. And that new Ghana was going to be different in governance and culture from that of the British rule. So there's something that J.B. Dankwa said in the inaugural address, and I would want to say something about that. He said, British liberty is good, but I prefer the Gold Coast liberty. J.B. Dankwa again said that you cannot practice British liberty in Gold Coast atmosphere. What is he saying? He's saying that The British were forcing us to live as Europeans, and that they did not want that. And they wanted a new Ghana whereby the people of this land will live as Africans. This was what was re-echoed by Kwame Nkrumah on 6 March 1957, that we are prepared to lay our own foundation and seriously create our own African personality and identity. So this began on 4th August, whereby there was this aspiration that we want to champion Pan-Africanism. We want to live as Africans. So personally to me, I believe that it is a day that we need to reflect. For instance, J.B. Dankwa said that we have come to make a decision. We have to ask ourselves, many years down the line, what has come out of this decision? Many years down the line, what has come out of this decision? Another thing that we also have to recognize is that when the UGCC was formed on 4th August 1947, there was a riot that many of us are aware, whereby some 3 soldiers were shot when they demanded their benefits from the then colonial masters. This brought a riot which is known as the 1948 riot, and the leaders of the UGCC were arrested. Now, in 1960, when Ghana became Republic, 1st July, this is what the graphic published. It said, Ghana, a nation reborn. And I'm reading, the Republic of Ghana was born at midnight, and so began the 3rd phase in our development as a nation. Now, as of 1960, it was officially known that Ghana had gone through 3 phases. In the graphic, the first phase is from 1948 to 1957. The second phase was from 1957 to the 1960, and the 1960 is the 3rd phase. So my emphasis will be on the first phase, 1948. Why did the writer in the Daily Graphic, 1st July, mention 1948? Because 1948 was a milestone achievement for the then leaders of the UGCC. During this riot, they were arrested because they were seen as the leaders behind the riot from the people. They were seen as the leaders for the agitation from the people, and they were arrested. And when they were arrested, they were honored by Ghanaians as the Big Sis. So that is how come we came to have the name Big Sis. Now the question is that if that idea to mobilize these leaders had not come on 4th August 1947, there wouldn't have been that milestone achievement in 1948. So to me, that makes 4th August very, very significant for us of this generation. There's an interesting thing that the graphic said. The graphic said, what next? What next means that we can use this day to reflect the labor of our founding fathers, what they have, what they did, their legacies. Is that what we are living by it? And you and I know that we are far apart from the legacies of our founding fathers. Another thing that I want to also say to show the significance of the day was written by Kwame Nkrumah in his book, The Dark Days, in 1967. This is what Kwame Nkrumah said in his book, and I want to make a small quote. It said, it was men such as these, George Grant, J.B. Dankwa, Ofori-Atta, Akua-J, and Obi-Chebilante, who were the nucleus of the United Gold Coast Convention, UGCC, the organization I launched in Saltpond on 29 December 1947 to achieve independence by all legitimate and constitutional means. So Kwame Nkrumah recognizes the founding of the UGCC. Kwame Nkrumah recognizes the effort, the collective effort of these people, which included J.B. Dankwa, Pa Grant, Akua-J, Obi-Chebilante, and the rest, Akufo-Addo, and the rest. So even Nkrumah testified that the founding of the UGCC was the beginning of the movement for our independence. So I believe that if our president declares the day as Founders Day, It should be a day of significance, but more so a day of reflection for the people of this generation to see whether we have followed the path of our founding fathers. Now, another thing that we also must know is that why the name Ghana? And as I'm saying, the name Ghana emerged when they came together, and it was as a result of 1947. In 1948, when Kwame Nkrumah built the school, he named it the Ghana National College, which is in the central region. It was all because they wanted to champion the vision of a new Ghana. It is this day that we must reconnect to that ancestral root. Why? Because it was the vision of Okyere-Darko to build a new Ghana. It was the vision of Kwame Nkrumah and the rest to build a new Ghana. What was this Ghana? Okyere-Darko wrote a lot about Ghana, but there's something small that we want to say about that. One, that ancient Ghana Empire was a golden empire. In other words, it was a first-class Ghana. And so, our founding fathers had this dream to build a golden Ghana, to build a first-class Ghana. So the question is that we can use this day to reflect the new Ghana that was conceived on 4th August. Is that what we have today? Is Ghana now a golden kingdom? Is Ghana now a first-class kingdom? If Ghana is not a first-class kingdom, then we would have to sit down and do our homework once again. Another thing that this day brings to us is a day that symbolizes what? Unity. Like I said, many people agitated for independence. The Ashanti youth, the Ghana, the people of the then British Togoland, the Fante, a whole lot of people. But it was on this day that the need to come together came, and they all came together. And I believe what is lacking in today's Ghana is lack of unity. We are so much divided that we can use this day to champion unity, because our fathers started with unity, and then along the line we know that there was a breakaway and Nkrumah left. But the day held Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah was able to lead us to independence in 1957, which according to the graphic, 1st July graphic, was the second phase of the rebirth of Ghana. But what happened next? What happened afterwards when Ghana achieved independence? I would want to make a quote from KB Asante. KB Asante was a renowned Nkrumahist. He was a personal secretary to Kwame Nkrumah. This is what KB Asante said in one of the documentaries. He said one day he went to President Nkrumah when he saw that the president was in a good mood. And he asked him, Mr. President, why one-party state? Then the president told him, I have built a lot of industries. Then the people who can help me manage the industries are in the opposition. So even though Kwame Nkrumah felt the need in 1949 to break away from the UGCC to form the Convention People's Party, which is the CPP, and led us to independence, there came a time in Kwame Nkrumah's own life that he saw the need of getting back the people he started with. People, what am I saying? We can move Ghana forward with unity. If we are celebrating 4th August as Founders Day, it should be a day of unity. It should be a day of reflection of the aspiration of our founding fathers. And I believe the forces of the universe is calling Ghana to unity. I believe that is the reason why, for the first time in the history of this 4th Republic, we have the Speaker of Parliament coming from a party different from that of the executive. And I'm talking about Mr. Alan Babin. Babin comes from the NDC and the executive come from the NPP. What is it telling us? It is telling us that the forces of the universe are calling all Ghanaians to come together. Because once upon a time, our founding fathers started together. That brought the name Big Six. We now need to come together again so that we can move our country forward. We cannot build a country with only NPP, and we cannot build a country with only NDC. We cannot build a country with only one tribe. We can build a country with all of us coming together as a homogeneous country. So that is why I sincerely believe in the 4th August as the Founders Day. If we do that, we remember what our founding fathers did, because Kwame Nkrumah came to contribute significantly. And it was the founding of the UGCC that brought the need to invite Kwame Nkrumah, was pursuing his PhD in UK, and Kwame Nkrumah accepted the offer and came to his Ghana and championed the cause of independence. It was also on the 4th of August, or the founding of the UGCC, that Okyere, who was initially asked to be the secretary of the UGCC, he was going to be paid amongst all the executives. He was the secretary was going to be paid. Okyere said, no, I will not be able to do it, but I have a better person who can do it, and he recommended Kwame Nkrumah. What does it tell us? It tells us that our fathers started with the spirit of selflessness. Today, when people cannot even do a job as MP or as ministers or chief executives, DCs or MCs, they still want to be there. We want to kick against those who can do it and put incompetent people there. Hence our complaint against leadership. But this funding of UGCC tells us about selflessness, whereby people who were chosen said, no, I know somebody better than me, put it there. If we can emulate the spirit of Okyere, we will have selfless leaders in power, and Ghana will be a better country. I am telling all Ghanaians to rally their support on the 4th August, more importantly, for unity, and also to reflect on the aspiration of our founding fathers to build a new Ghana. Has it been a reality or a myth? That is the reason why I wrote this book, The Dream of a New Ghana, Reality or Myth. I believe you and I can make Ghana a reality. Let us champion Ghana, the cause of Ghana, and build a new Ghana. And that will be in honor of our founding fathers. Thank you.